So hello children, further in the lesson people as resource, we'll move to the topic economic activities by men and women. As we know, three important economic activities are there, or if we see the sectors also, primary, secondary and tertiary. So primary activities which we directly get from the nature and without much modification we do utilize it. Secondary means manufacturing sector where the processing of raw material takes place and it is manufactured into or it gives the finished product. Tertiary sector or the tertiary activities includes the service sectors. Here the manufacturing doesn't take place, only the services are provided. That's why it's also called as tertiary sector is also called as service sector. Then if we see here further, there are also the activities there are divided into two different ways, that is market activities and non-market activities. Market activities, that is the activities which are performed only for profit oriented, and non-market activities, here the production is meant for self consumption, it's not profit oriented. Now next we have a topic like why women are paid low. So women are paid low because of certain reasons mentioned, that is less education, then low skill formation, physically weaker, then certain historical and cultural reasons, then even the division of labor plays an important role here. Most of the women, they face women means the working women, they face these conditions there in their working atmosphere. They are paid less and irregular. Then certain shortcomings are there in their legal protection. Then absence of basic facilities like maternity leave, child care, etc. And there is absence of social security also. And that is also seen that women with high education, they mostly don't face inequality. Further, how can the quality of population be evaluated? How can it be determined? So it can be evaluated on the basis of three important aspects. One is literacy rate, next is health. Health will determine the life expectancy of the person, and the third one is the skill formation, and they tell whether the population is an asset or a liability. These things, the above three things, they tell us whether the population of a country is an asset or a burden. Now, how education helps? Further, education provides good job, attractive salary, it opens new horizon for the person, society develops, the national income is enhanced, it promotes cultural richness, and the governance also becomes more efficient. Further, here in the chapter it's given about Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is the expansion of primary schools. Elementary education is provided to all within the age group of 6 to 14 years. Then time bound initiative of the government, they have planned for the universalization of elementary education. Then certain bridge courses are there, and back to school in order to increase the enrollment ratio there or enrollment there at the school. midday meal scheme also, where the students are provided the meals, and for that at least they are attracted towards the school. And how has the 10th five-year plan helped the education sector, especially education sector? So these points have been mentioned there. It worked for better higher education, that is for the age group between 18 to 23 years. Then accessibility, better quality, modification of curriculum. Next point is vocationalization and networking. Then distant and IT education institutions, and increase in universities and institutions of higher learning. These points we could mention there for the particular question. Then what are the effects of measures adopted by different sources of the government? The chapter towards the end, it talks even about the effects of the measures which the different sources of government has adopted. So increased life expectancy is there. Then IMR, that is infant mortality rate. What is it? The number of death of the children before attaining the age of 1 year per thousand per year. That is infant mortality rate. So that has reduced. Then death rate and birth rate also has come down. Further, the chapter talks about unemployment. So what is unemployment? Unemployment is said to exist when people who are willing to work at the going wages cannot find job. They are called unemployed people. So three types of unemployment exist. One is seasonal unemployment. Seasonal because especially maybe in the rural sector, the farmers, they don't have certain that is, they don't have work for certain period of the year, especially the growing season, which is called, when that much of work is not required. That is there. Even in the urban sector also we do find the seasonal unemployment, especially during the rainy season. The construction workers, they are jobless. That is, the work slows down that time. So many of the workers, most of the workers, they are out of work. Then comes disguised unemployment. Here more than the required number of people are engaged at work. The work which only 3 people can do, there we see the whole family members are involved there. Maybe 6 or 7 are working there. So even if you take out 1 or 2 members from there, it won't affect the production, the yield, the profit from the land. And the next one is the educated unemployment. So even this is also a very common phenomena, common problem. Many youth with the matriculation, graduation and post-graduation degrees, they are not able to find the job. So the employment scenario, if we see, it is totally the wastage of the manpower. In the primary sector also, in the primary activities, secondary activities, tertiary activities, if we see. So here the agriculture comes there in the primary sector. Secondary, here small scale sector, which is labor absorbing. If we see the agriculture sector, majority of the population of the country, they are engaged in the farming work. Here it's labor absorbing sector. If we see tertiary sector, it is brimming up with more opportunities. More opportunities are provided here. So here we need to write down the question answers of the chapter. Most of the answers we do get here on different pages, which already we have covered. Certain page numbers are mentioned there against the question. Write down neatly along with the extra questions and their answers in your copy. Thank you.